Welcome to the Unraveling the Scriptures channel. The ancient Near East is one of the most enigmatic and fascinating regions in the world, especially for those with a deep interest in the sacred scriptures and the rich history of the peoples who lived there, from Arabs and Jews to other cultures that shaped this mysterious land. In today's video, we will explore the 12 tribes of Ishmael, uncovering where they were and who they truly were in antiquity. I invite you to support this video with a like and share it with everyone who, like you, seeks to dive deeper into the secrets of the scriptures. Enjoy more exclusive content from our channel, the 12 tribes of Ishmael, what they didn't tell you about them. Usually, when discussing biblical tribes, attention is focused on the 12 tribes of Israel, direct descendants of Jacob, son of Isaac and grandson of the patriarch Abraham. But have you ever stopped to think about the 12 tribes of Ishmael? Ishmael, Abraham's firstborn, is a figure whose history and descendants often remain in the shadows, less explored and known. In this video, we will delve into the roots of the 12 tribes of Ishmael, shedding light on their history through archaeological discoveries and the information we have available. Most people are familiar with the narrative of Abraham and his fervent desire to have a son, as reported in the Bible. Before Isaac, the son of promise, Abraham had a son with his servant Hagar, the Egyptian slave. This son was Ishmael, or Yishmael in Aramaic and Ishmael in Hebrew. Later, Abraham had another son, Isaac, called Yik in Hebrew and Aramaic. Isaac became the father of Esau and Jacob, with Jacob, who also received the name Israel, being the ancestor of the 12 tribes that bear his name. Now, it's time to unravel the lineage and mysteries surrounding the tribes of Ishmael. However, due to limited knowledge of the sacred scriptures, many people, when asked about the peoples of the Middle East beyond the Jews, tend to think that all Arabs are direct descendants of Ishmael. This idea, however, oversimplifies the reality. Arabs form a diverse group, including descendants of Ishmael but also encompassing other Semitic peoples connected to different biblical figures. The descendants of Ishmael are certainly present in the Middle East, but this vast region is much more complex and diverse. It is inhabited by other Semitic groups with biblical roots, such as the descendants of Abraham with Keturah. By the way, we have a video dedicated to them if you're interested, the descendants of Esau, and even the descendants of Lot, among others. Therefore, the Middle East is a mosaic of Semitic communities, each with its own stories and biblical ancestors, far beyond the descendants of Ishmael. Ishmael is a central figure in Abrahamic religious traditions, playing a significant role in the genealogy and history of the tribes that bear his name. According to biblical and Islamic narratives, Ishmael was the firstborn son of Abraham, the patriarch revered in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His mother, Hagar, was an Egyptian servant of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Ishmael's story emerges in a context of rivalry and family tensions, as he was conceived when Sarah, who was barren, allowed Abraham to have a child with Hagar. Thus, Ishmael was born as a result of this concession and Abraham's deep desire for an heir. Religious traditions, though differing in certain details, converge on the view of Ishmael as a descendant of Abraham destined to play a vital role in the formation of Arab tribes. His name, which in Hebrew means, God will hear, reflects the divine promise that Ishmael would be blessed and become the father of a great nation. For Muslims, Ishmael is a figure of particular reverence, believed to have helped in the construction of the Kaaba, the holiest site in Islam in Mecca. Thus, Ishmael's story serves as an essential point of convergence among the three major monotheistic religions, and the cultural and religious implications of his life resonate throughout the history of the tribes bearing his name. The biblical record about Ishmael reveals that God made a notable promise to Abraham: Ishmael would have 12 sons and form a great nation, as reported in the book of Genesis. Later, in chapter 25, verses 13 to 15, this promise is fulfilled with the listing of the names of Ishmael's 12 sons: Nebaioth, Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Dumah, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedemah. These princes, founders of the 12 Ishmaelite tribes, shared the vast region of the Middle East with the 12 Israelite tribes, descendants of Jacob and other Semitic peoples. The land they inhabited extended from Havilah, in Egypt, to Shur, in Assyria. However, the tribes of Ishmael were not the only ones occupying this ancestral land. Among other Semitic peoples were the Midianites, who, as brothers of the Ishmaelites, share a common origin, being descendants of Abraham through Keturah, his wife after Sarah's death. Additionally, there were also the Edomites, descendants of Esau. Initially, the Ishmaelites and Midianites maintained close ties, frequently mentioned together in biblical genealogies. However, over time, the paths of the 12 tribes of Ishmael diverged, leading each to distinct destinies. Historically, the Ishmaelite tribes settled in a vast region extending across the Middle East and North Africa. Their main area of concentration was the Arabian Peninsula, which includes much of Saudi Arabia, as well as parts of Yemen, Oman, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates. This desert-dominated region presented formidable challenges, but the Ishmaelite tribes adapted to a nomadic life, finding ways to survive in the arid desert and the surrounding areas. In addition to the Arabian Peninsula, the Ishmaelite tribes also spread to the Sinai Peninsula, a strategically positioned area between Egypt and Israel, and parts of the Levant, which today include territories such as Jordan and Syria. Their geographic influence even extended to North Africa, reaching regions like Sudan. This wide distribution reflects the migrations and historical movements of the Ishmaelite tribes over the centuries, demonstrating their adaptability and resilience. Now, let's explore some lesser-known information about the descendants of Ishmael as reported in the biblical scriptures. The biblical text tells us that Nebaioth was the first son of Ishmael, being his firstborn. The name Nebaioth carries a profound meaning related to prophecy, as indicated in the book of Genesis, which states that he would be the father of 12 princes. In Aramaic, Nebaioth means prophecy, reflecting the significant role this tribe played. The Bible also mentions the tribe of Kedar, another descendant of Ishmael, who, along with Nebaioth, was notable for sheep herding, as reported in Isaiah 60 verse 7. The names of Kedar and Nebaioth frequently appear in ancient Assyrian records, attesting to their importance and presence in the region. The historian Flavius Josephus identified the Nabateans of his time as descendants of Ishmael's eldest son, Nebaioth. According to Josephus, the Nabateans inhabited a vast region stretching from the Euphrates River to the Red Sea, an area known as Nabatia, the land of the Nabateans. This civilization left a lasting legacy, with Petra, their rock-carved capital, being one of the most iconic monuments of the ancient world. Historian Flavius Josephus reported that he obtained valuable information about these peoples directly from the Nabateans, with whom he had the opportunity to interact. An interesting detail is that the Nabateans spoke Nabatean, a variant of Aramaic that was widely used in the region. The tribe of Kedar, frequently mentioned in Assyrian records, is highlighted in the accounts of kings such as Tiglath-Pileser III, one of the most notable rulers of Assyria, who reigned from 745 to 727 BC. Tiglath-Pileser III is remembered for his conquests and reforms, which transformed the Assyrian Empire and left an indelible mark on the history of the ancient Near East. Both the tribe of Kedar and that of Nebaioth were predominantly merchants, known for their trade in spices, ceramics, and other valuable products. These groups played a crucial role in the trade routes connecting the Middle East with other regions, including the Arabian Peninsula and beyond. Regarding the tribe of Adbeel, it is often associated with the tribe of Idabielu, originating from the land of Arubu, which came under the control of Tiglath-Pileser in 744 BC. The name Idabielu is the Aramaic form of the Nabatean name, which, translated into English, approximates to Abdallah. Historians indicate that the tribe of Idabielu inhabited the Sinai Peninsula, a strategic area connecting various cultures and civilizations. As for the tribes of Mibsam and Mishma, an intriguing question arises, raised by some historians: did the descendants of Mishma play a crucial role in the founding of villages near Jebel Mishma? There are speculations that these two tribes might have somehow united, possibly through marriages or mergers, with the tribe of Simeon, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. This possibility gains strength when considering the information recorded in Chronicles 4:24-27, which suggests a connection between these tribes and the descendants of Simeon during their stay in Egypt, a fertile and resource-rich land. This merger might have led to the assimilation of the tribe of Mibsam, which, over time, was fully integrated and disappeared from history, being absorbed by the tribe of Simeon. Regarding the tribe of Dumah, biblical records reveal that Dumah was both a city in Canaan, mentioned in Joshua 15 verse 52, and a location associated with Edom and Seir, as noted in Isaiah 21 verse 11. Historians often identify Dumah with the people of Arabian Edomites, which would be the tribe of Dumah itself. In a notable account, the Assyrian king Esarhaddon described how his father, Sennacherib, faced the capital of Edomites in his attempt to subdue the Arab tribes descended from Ishmael, referring to Edomites as an Arab stronghold. This suggests that the tribe of Dumah held a significant strategic and military position, playing an important role in the power dynamics of the region. Sennacherib, the powerful Assyrian king, captured Hazael, a prominent ruler mentioned both as the king of Edomites and the king of the Arabs. Interestingly, an inscription by Ashurbanipal also refers to Hazael as the king of the Kedarites, suggesting that the Ishmaelite tribes, besides their own tribal leaders, had a central king, possibly to coordinate the alliances and strategies of the various tribes. The tribe of Massa, another branch of the descendants of Ishmael, is mentioned in records by Tiglath-Pileser III, who also references the honor granted to the tribe of Tema. At Jebel Gunaim, about 14 kilometers south of Tema, archaeologists such as Winnett and Reed discovered graffiti inscriptions alluding to the tribe of Massa in connection with Dedan and Nebaioth, highlighting the complex network of relations among these Ishmaelite tribes. As for the tribe of Hadad, some historians theorize that it might have evolved into the group known as Harar or Hararina, which inhabited the mountains northwest of Palmyra. This possible development shows how tribal identities may have transformed over time, adapting to new geographical and political realities. Finally, the tribe of Tema is strongly associated with the ancient oasis of Tema, located to the northeast of the Hijaz district, on a vital trade route connecting Tathrib, Medina, to Dumah. The Nafud Desert, famous for its vast dunes, lies between Tema and Dumah. It is believed that the modern city of Tema, situated in the southwestern part of the Great Nafud Desert, was built upon the ruins of the ancient oasis of Tema, suggesting that the descendants of Tema may have inhabited this region. Tiglath-Pileser III, in his Assyrian records, mentions the tribute he received from Tema, indicating the importance of this tribe and other Arab tribes in the complex web of relationships in the ancient Near East. The descendants of Jetur, Naphis, and Kadima not only formed their own tribes but also entered into complex alliances, including with the Hagarenes, who descend from Hagar but not directly from Ishmael. It is crucial to make this distinction, as these groups inhabited Transjordan and beyond. There is a possibility that the tribe of Kadima may have mixed with the Kenite, a people who, according to some traditions, include Caleb, the faithful friend of Joshua, as one of their members. Thus, these tribes left a deep mark on the Middle East. Today, the Ishmaelites continue to be present in various regions, from Egypt to the Sinai Peninsula, with a significant concentration in Saudi Arabia, where there has been a fusion with the descendants of Midian, another son of Abraham. If you were already familiar with these tribes or if you learned something new, share it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you all. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you won't miss our upcoming videos. See you soon.